Always. So episode 90 is called I Gave You All the Clues, Detective Pikachu. You're going to have to start the episode by explaining why the hell NOLA Nerdcast episode 90. NOLA Nerdcast volume, like, what, 3 or 4 episode 90? How many times have we rebooted the numbering DC style?
That's a good question. I don't remember. At least 3.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, this is because Ryan Reynolds is the Detective Pikachu.
What?
Yeah, that was just announced like an hour ago. Did you not see that?
No.
Yeah, he is the Detective Pikachu.
Deadpool's Pikachu.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
What's okay? Well,
no, keep talking.
No, I know, but what's
Ryan Reynolds cast as Detective Pikachu? You've got to be fucking kidding me. That is amazing.
Well, you know, everyone wanted Danny DeVito, but no one wanted to consider if Danny DeVito wanted to do it. So
actually, the very first post in the Reset era thread about it is the DeVito dream is dead.
Good.
Oh man, that is something. Although I don't know if it's you've seen the footage of the new Pokemon movie where Pikachu speaks English to Ash, right?
No, I haven't actually watched that yet.
Oh, it is disturbing and weird, Chris. Like, it's like Meowth, but it's Pikachu who after, oh man, it came out in 97, like 20 years of Pokemon just saying Pika-P, is now going like, Ash is like, why don't you want to get into Pokeball, Pikachu? And Pikachu just looks at Ash and fucking says, because I want to be close to you at all times, Ash. And just the video is someone's like bootleg, like recording it at the theater. And you just hear the audience go, what the fuck? No! And like people losing their goddamn minds. It's amazing.
Oh, ew, I don't like that.
Yeah. No one likes that, Chris. Why are you hearing an echo? I don't know.
All right.
Echo!
Oh, hey, Saki.
Oh, hey, Saki. I thought you were around.
Hey, Saki, I have a question. I thought you were going to be debuting your new skin today. What happened?
What happened to that?
Come in.
So you didn't want to debut a new Saki with no eyes? I think you should.
It hasn't stopped you before.
Yeah, so it didn't stop Saki last time.
No.
I have to maintain quality now.
Okay.
It's funny that we now think that there's quality. I don't know.
Like the quality's reached this point.
Anyway, hey Chris.
Yeah.
I love you.
All right, cool. So what's going on? What you want to talk about, Boo?
Australia and
I'm sorry, Saki's
cool.
Nice.
That's cool. I'll just sit here. I'm just trying to conversation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Saki's just talking. I don't even know.
Well, tell Saki to talk on her own time.
Saki heard a rumor that Australia was having issues with Destiny for the domestic violence.
No, Detroit.
Sorry.
Detroit.
Okay, yeah.
I did hear. I heard about this like literally an hour.
That's why Saki gets very confused sometimes.
Well, yeah, Destiny, Detroit.
Yeah, they're both D words.
Same thing.
Oh, Chris, I have a joke for you.
Yes, let's hear it.
Chris, so today I saw a huge seagull. Okay? Like it was so big, it could have been a deagle. Not quite big enough to be an eagle, though. Oh my god, Scott's in the chat going, what the fuck?
It's a boob joke.
Oh, that's great.
If you're quite kidding.
Does Scott not know about Saki?
No, of course not. So, is that it?
Yeah, no, that's the joke. You're welcome.
No, I mean, no, fuck, whatever. Fuck you, dude. And I put that in parentheses because it's terrible.
You're terrible.
Maybe, but I'm better than that.
Are you, though?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, what you got, buddy?
Well, we can talk about Detective Pikachu, and that's kind of weird, right?
It's very weird, especially because they're making a movie out of that, and I just I don't know.
Like refresh my memory. Was it like a weird clip?
No, it's like the movie's gonna be like how they did the Smurfs. See, Pikachu's gonna be a CG Detective Pikachu in the real world.
Uh-huh.
That's the world we live in now. I don't know because fuck, I don't know. Oh, by the way, Scott needs to see Saki. Scott's never met Saki. Yeah.
Hi, Scott.
This is Saki. You might think having a talking sock puppet on a show would be dumb, and you normally would be right.
Watch your tongue.
But Saki is now nominated.
Did I win?
Has Saki won yet?
The nomination goes up soon.
Hey, Matt.
What?
Can I interest you in a Wolverine podcast?
Oh, God. Okay. I heard about it. No, please. What about said Wolverine podcast?
Well, Marvel's going to is trying to dip their toes and spread out as much as they possibly can.
Uh-huh.
So the notion is they're going to do a podcast. It's going to be scripted, and it's going to be in the line of like Serial and a couple of other really prominent podcasts. And it's going to be kind of the story about a Wolverine adventure that kind of happened, and they're like investigating it. And Richard Armitage, who played the Belmont in the Castlevania Netflix show, is going to play Wolverine. Which,
to be fair, is real good.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. Like they've been dabbling with like scripted podcasts for a couple of years now. But I think Wolverine and Marvel, this could branch out into a whole new area if this takes off.
I mean, I get it. I'm very confused about what to think.
Well, I think it's a worthy experiment, and they're leading with their big gun. And if it fails, it's whatever. It's not worse than anything else that's happened.
I mean, that is true. If it fails, it's not like a podcast is a huge financial investment.
It's true.
If it's successful, it makes the money. It's really the perfect test. Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, that's a great way to segue into the $60 billion elephant in the room, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of dollars for this potential Marvel.
I mean, when you think about it, Star Wars was worth $4 billion.
Sure.
Or Lucasfilm. So I guess Indiana Jones was worth like $200,000 of that $4 billion. Marvel was worth what, $2 billion?
4, I believe.
Well, I know Star Wars was worth more.
Yeah.
How much was Star Wars?
Wait, Star Wars was 4, and I think
Star Wars was $4 billion. Marvel, I think, was $2 billion. Because at the time, Marvel was worth nothing. No, okay, they were both $4 billion. Okay. So $8 billion for some of the most lucrative properties Disney has ever owned. And now they're going $60 billion for the rights to Fox, which normally would sound insane, but you got to remember, they're about to launch a streaming service. Disney's going to be able to put all of Fox on their streaming service.
Sure.
That's big. Now, as I recall, it only works for film, right? It is not about their TV division. No, it is
about their TV, too.
Or is it about their TV?
It's about their TV.
Well, because here's the thing. I looked at the Fox movies and the list of Fox assets. And I'm using Box Office Mojo and kind of working it out.
Oh, it is.
And their assets aren't like so spectacular. Like they have like their franchises are like Aliens and a couple of other things, and nothing. The only thing that would even kind of sweeten the pot would be The Simpsons. That would be the only thing I think that could be more lucrative than Star Wars and Marvel.
Well, I got to tell you, the Murdochs are about to be even insanely richer men.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's one of these things where I'm a little uneasy about it. It's one of those things where we'll get the X-Men in Marvel movies, and that's cool. But there's It's a little unsettling to have like a mega core.
It's like
Like a-
you long said in chat, it's TV but not counting news, because that would just be a weird world to live in if Disney ran Fox News.
It's true.
But yeah, no, it's like you said, like the question comes up, like, of course, as nerds, we're ecstatic that Fantastic Four and X-Men are finally going to Disney so they can cross over. And who knows, Avengers 5 could be the mega colossal mutants and versus Avengers crossover we always dreamed of. I don't know. But it is a cautionary tale. Like, how much are we, like, we all hate on Verizon and Comcast and stuff for their monopolies, but we give Disney a pass because it's Disney. But how long until the hero becomes the villain of the story and they start just like really going dark?
I don't know. It's like, where does it stop? Like, are they like, if they keep generating money, and Disney gets money from everything the light touches, and chat's bringing up a good point. Like the mature content. Would Disney have greenlit a Logan or a Deadpool?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, Fox started taking risks to kind of stand out from the superhero crowd, and it really paid off for them. But would Disney be willing to let their properties take that R rating?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, and I'm a little uneasy, and I think it will go through because that's a lot of dollars they're flashing.
Yeah,
and a lot of dollars can do almost anything.
it is a weird world to live in.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what this could mean, it could mean that Disney's streaming service could be the one that you have to purchase.
Yeah, no, like that's
it could.
I think
it could nuke Netflix entirely.
To be fair, I mean, Netflix has really tanked lately in terms of their offerings. Like, if you're not going for Disney original content, I'm not Disney, but Netflix original content, and even then, a large chunk of that was the Disney Marvel appeal, and that's going to be gone.
Yeah, I logged on to Netflix today and I saw that they have like a Japanese drama or a K drama called the Sweet Loving Salaryman or something like that.
Okay.
And it was like the top of the page, like in the Netflix originals thing. And I was like, that's really weird to kind of promote that over everything else.
I agree. But yeah, we live in a weird world.
We do.
So what other comic news you got for a brother?
All right, well, hole up.
Hole up.
Hole up.
No, you hole up.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for your bullshit.
Shut up. I want to say though, I think this was a nice week of comics.
Yeah.
Such as it was. I didn't have a ton, but everything I read, I really enjoyed.
I gotta say, the Batman was real good.
Batman has been real good, like from Jump. It surprises me how much every issue kind of like this whole story of like him marrying Catwoman is kind of super great.
Yeah,
like all the way through. And on the flip side, Superman, which is at the same number, is also super great because it's dealing with Apocalypse and the lack of Darkseid and stuff like that, and it's kind of been awesome all the way through too. So I'm really impressed, but it doesn't seem to get the kind of love that I think it deserves.
I agree, but no, the Batman was real good.
Yes.
So let me pull it up for those in the know. Oh yeah. Scott thinks Disney will continue with the R rating. The Netflix show, that's true. They didn't care that Netflix shows were basically R rated.
It's true.
And I think if they were a failure, they wouldn't go with it, but Disney likes success and money, so who knows? And as Wong pointed out, we almost forgot one of the biggest news, Chris.
Oh, Ninja Batman?
Yup. Ninja Batman versus Samurai Joker. We
sure did, because I saw this trailer, and I was like, I am unsure what emotion I should be feeling for this. I don't know. Like it looks cool, but it kind of reminds me of like the Animatrix, where we thought the Animatrix looked really cool, and then it kind of sucked.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be good.
I don't know. There's something about it. I'm rewatching it now, and it's weird. I don't know.
But there we are. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I think it's gonna be awesome. Between that and it's gonna be a weird year for Batman animated movies next year, because next year also gives us Gotham by Gaslight.
That's true.
So we're gonna be getting a Japanese ninja Batman, and we're gonna be getting a steampunk Jack the Ripper Batman. And Chris does hate fun. Chris is also racist. Let's never forget.
Shut up.
But yeah, going back to Batman, it was real good. I believe I think my favorite panels were after the two couples meet up, and it's Batman and Lois Lane talking. Batman and Catwoman talking to Superman and Lois Lane, setting up a dinner date.
Yeah, and I like the tagline, the first time in 78 years.
Yeah, a double date, 78 years in the making. Where is it? There it is. Do. And I think it's just a really nice two-parter about how the super best friends, the world's finest, are coping with the fact that Batman's marrying a criminal.
Yeah.
So what other things did you read this week?
I mean, like I said, it wasn't a whole ton. Superman, Batman, Iceman, which is kind of really playing with the coming out to your parents, but also coming out to your parents and being a time-displaced teenager. So it's kind of really super awkward. But there's something that kind of rings true to it that I kind of really appreciate. Archie, this whole story, man, it really feels like we're leading up to like an ending of this series.
I think so too. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah, right? Captain America, the Mark Waid, Chris Samnee era continues. And they're really, really taking it back to just like simple, like small towns, honest folk, and Captain America fighting crime. Like nothing too crazy. Like none of the intrigue that kind of marked previous Captain America runs.
Right.
And the Jetsons, the new Jetsons, which is weird, but it doesn't have like that kind of spark that I think the Flintstones had. So
I heard it was really good.
It is.
Like it's tackling the really dark underside of the reality of the Jetsons.
Well, yeah, and don't misunderstand me. It absolutely is. But the Flintstones had that kind of weird spark to it that kind of made everything work. And I don't see it in the Jetsons yet. So, I don't know. We'll see. What else did you read?
Bunch of stuff you don't care about. But the big one is this continues to be one of the best Batman stories I've read in a long while. Batman White Knight, where the Joker is systematically proving that Gotham is better off without Batman. A cured Joker. Hey, it's Kogatsu. You know what that means.
Kogatsu!
Oh my God.
All right, brief break. Because, but no, Batman White Knight is amazing so far. And this, we get a better look at what his end game is. Oh, hey, it's
Kogatsu!
That's it? Just saying the name? Okay, just making sure. Moving on. But yeah, it was a small week, and I've got to say I have not been upset with the fact that they've been very light weeks for the past couple.
Yeah, but you know what that means. It's just the
other shoe's about to drop.
Yeah, the wave is going to crush over.
Yeah, no, I know it's going to suck when we have that 15 comic week or something. But
yeah. Hey man, let me ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
What happened to Jughead?
I don't know. Did it just end?
I think it just ended. Remember, it was supposed to be.
Out?
I don't know. I think Mark Waid was supposed to take over, and then he didn't. Or it fell into the Archie trap of, well, it'll come out eventually. I guess.
Yes, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. So, Chris,
Sure.
how about them video games,
Yes.
huh?
Well, tell me about the video games.
Well, you know what happens tomorrow, right?
No, what happens
Video Game
tomorrow?
Awards, hosted by Jeff Keighley.
Oh, shit, really?
Yep. Now, Jeff Keighley has announced that there's going to be over 14 world premieres. So my question to you is, Chris, what do you think some of those world premieres will be?
Okay, all right. So is it stuff that we've never seen before, or like
They're world premieres? He's promised that it's going to be a mix of like brand new gameplay for stuff we already knew about, mixed with honest to God world premieres. Now, not all of them are good. One of them got leaked today by Valve. It's a brand new entry in the much beloved Portal series. Not anywhere remotely related to what we want to be in the Portal series, but it is a game called the Portal Bridge Constructor, and is a game where you build bridges in the Portal universe. So, you know, just in case you thought Valve had decided to stop dicking around and make games again.
Oh, well.
You're wrong.
Okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, but so what do you think, Chris? What do you think?
I mean, my first gut is says Red Dead Redemption 2.
You think so?
Maybe. I think, you know, I don't know, and I haven't looked at I haven't looked for any leaks or anything, but I feel like if you were going to do it, this would be like a good time to do it. Didn't Grand Theft Auto do something like that at one of these awards?
I want to say yes,
because I feel like that's true. I don't know. I feel like we'll get some DLC announcements maybe for The Evil Within 2 or something like that.
I'm gonna make two bold predictions based on the chatter I've seen online, Chris.
Go for it.
We're gonna get the world premiere announcement. There'll probably just be CG trailers, like announcement trailers, and we won't see anything substantial until E3. Well, yes, as Kugasu said, we know Death Stranding will be there with another mindfuck trailer by Kojima featuring another one of his famous friends.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But I'm predicting Devil May Cry 5, and I am predicting Soul Calibur 6. There's been there are the kind of rumors and leaks that it's there's too much smoke for there not to be a fire variety. I think it's only a matter of time. My prediction is bolstered by the fact that Jeff Keighley in the Devil May Cry 5 leak hype thread just kept popping in to kind of stoke the fires. So I feel like that is a good sign if Jeff Keighley keeps popping in to like just comment. So I think we might get Devil May Cry 5.
Which I'm very happy for the Devil May Cry fans out there. So
exactly. You know what I want to point out, to briefly go back to comics, Chris, while you think of something for the Game Awards? You know, we really need to give DC credit for one thing, and I don't think it's something that's happened for them in a long time. After Metal and whatnot, they're retiring the DC Rebirth brand and just moving on to the next thing. But for a year and a half, Rebirth doubled the shipping on most of its books, on top of not canceling a single series.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard about that in the comics industry, the direct market comics industry nowadays? Like every single book that launched at Rebirth, still going.
That's kind of weird, and maybe maybe they learned some lessons from the past and they canceled some books too early.
Well, I don't know. It's but that's all I wanted to say about that. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I found this website
You
called
what?
the Nerd Stash, which I'm going to blatantly steal from. So it looks like a new Arkham.
Yes, that is Rocks the people behind Arkham Origins are making a new Arkham game.
Oh,
Because the Rocksteady people are making a brand new DC superhero game.
yeah, we've heard about that. Maybe that could be something that's announced, depending on how far it runs.
And I'm back. Keep going.
Okay.
But yeah, so this week, Destiny also released the Curse of Osiris DLC. Has anyone actually played that yet? Bye, Scott. We love you.
Well, I haven't, but I've heard people have issues with Destiny 2.
Yeah, but I've heard those same people are lame.
Sure, I've heard that too.
I don't know. I feel like we are in a culture now where it's hot to hate on the new thing. Like everyone hated on Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because of their character designs, and then it came out and everyone loved it. Everyone hates on Star Wars Battle, justifiably so. Everyone hated on Call of Duty until it came out, and now no one hates on it anymore because they're too busy playing it. Everyone hates on Destiny. If it's a big game, people are going to hate on it because that's just kind of like what happens. I don't know. I find it slightly annoying.
Yeah, I understand that. To be fair, that Xenoblade Chronicles character does have gigantic titties.
Well, yeah. However, it was proven that was a glitch. That people.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's like the Mass Effect Andromeda stuff. People found a glitch and they passed it off as the norm, and then it just became a giant shitstorm surrounding the game, even though that's not actually what it's like. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are giant, but her back isn't abnormally structured to the point of comic relief.
Okay, because I could not care about Xenoblade Chronicles. So all I had to do was, huh?
Have you ever played any of them?
I played. What was the one that came out on the Wii U?
X.
I played about an hour and a half of X before I hated it and I stopped playing it.
That's fair. All right. Now, question for you, Chris.
Question away.
What would you say if I was to tell you that not only was the Game Awards coming out this week, but also the beta for Monster Hunter World? Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. People are very hyped for it.
They are. Now, Chris, have you been thinking about your top 10 games of the year?
Only kind of transiently.
Okay, because I want to pitch some like other categories for you. Like we did that one time, like our first year, where we had categories.
Yeah, I remember that.
To answer you, Wong, I'm actually Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is 100% better than X was. I am absolutely loving it, Chris. It's a great sci-fi RPG. If you ever find it cheap, I suggest you snag it, son.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Snag it up. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, categories. I think overall, the biggest winner of 2017, in which is one of the biggest years in video game memory, is Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've ever seen someone. Well, no, that's not true. The PlayStation 4 kind of did the same thing for Sony, but the Switch came out, was a cultural zeitgeist, a sales powerhouse. All of its games are firing on all cylinders. And if you had asked me last year if I would be predicting the Switch would be this good, I would have laughed in your face based on the Wii.
I would too.
And even the Wii. Like, the Wii sold crazy, but it didn't. That was in like the first half of its life cycle, and then everyone realized there was nothing worth playing on it. And so for like over 5 years, the Nintendo had been garbage. And then the Switch comes out, and it's cray-cray, son. I don't know.
Well, it just goes to show you, the question is, does the hardware drive sales or the software? And I think we found out kind of definitively that the software, more than anything else, kind of propelled the Switch.
But then the handheld portability nature of it has made it so that people are double dipping on games, $60 games that they played 2 years ago, like Skyrim for the Switch, Doom for the Switch. People are hyped for Wolfenstein on the Switch. On top of all these other indie games, like indie games that came out years ago are selling more than on PS4 and Xbox One combined.
Stardew.
It's crazy, and it's great for them. It's so weird to see because one of the things Nintendo always lacked was third-party support, and now they're getting too much third-party support, where more games are releasing per week on the Switch than Nintendo's ever seen in their history. So I just gotta say, I'm like super impressed by them. Like, good job to Nintendo. Today is Iwata's birthday. He was instrumental in creating the Switch, and he died 2 years ago, the president of Nintendo. So, hopefully he understands that his hard work paid off and he saved Nintendo. So good for him.
Yeah, I'm very fond of my Switch, although I don't actually get to play it. But I'm very fond that it exists. And the reason I don't get to play it is because my wife plays it all the time. So.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, multiple Switch games I have not been able to play until Saki beat.
Yeah, way later.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle and Mario Odyssey were beaten by her way before I was even allowed to start. So that's just, that's another thing. It's good stuff. I like that she can create multiple profiles, and so your save data doesn't interact.
But beware, like that one Polygon guy, your save file can be erased very easily.
Yeah, but no, he realized he was wrong, right?
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, Chris, not much else to talk about unless someone in chat.
I've got two things I want to talk about.
Gasp. Okay.
Okay. So I was clicking around looking for hot stuff, and I found GameSpot's list 25 timeless RPGs you need to play before you die.
Okay. Go.
So I'm going to give you the names,
and I'll tell you if I beat them.
Yes or no.
Okay. Now, are we talking about if I played them or have I beaten them?
Or do you agree that they're timeless and they need to be played?
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
Okay. All right. So they're in no particular order, and I already know what the first one is, so I'll just say it anyway. Final Fantasy VI.
The answer is yes. Emphatically yes. If you don't play it, you're secretly a Nazi. No, that's not true. That's silly. You're just dead inside.
Okay. Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest VIII was a great RPG. It was a wonderful entry on the PS2.
Is that the one that had the demo for Final Fantasy 12?
The what?
Is that the one that had the demo for Final Fantasy 12? Okay.
Yes, it was.
I remember seeing that at GameStop. Feel free to throw out any kind of information, any anecdotes as you see fit. Chrono Trigger.
Yep. Come on.
I think Chrono Trigger is the greatest RPG ever made. So
Chrono Trigger is phenomenal. Chrono Cross also great. One of the greatest tragedies is that the trio behind the two broke up, and Square Enix never finished publishing Chrono Break.
Yeah, but no, get Chrono Trigger all day.
All right, what else you got, Boo?
Shining Force 2.
Yes, 100% yes. Let me tell you a story about Shining Force 2, Chris.
By all means.
Shining Force 2 on the Genesis. One of my best friends growing up, Daniel Thompson, British kid, had a Genesis, and his parents were much more loose with their money buying games for their kids, but they wouldn't buy this one. We got it from Blockbuster, and you have to understand, these games, there were no memory cards at the time. It was all saved on the cartridge, and this is a long RPG. Over the course of, I want to say 3 to 4 months, every weekend we would rent Shining Force 2 and made sure we got the same cartridge. Like, we would bring it in to return it and then rent it again right away. And for months, I spent every weekend at his house, and we played Shining Force 2 until we beat it. And it was phenomenal. One of the best rides. Like, so much stress from the strategy RPG-ness. It was our first strategy RPG. It was so damn good. The answer is yes. Shining Force 2 100% belongs to be on there.
Okay, fair. The original Xenogears.
I can see that, yes. I have no problem with that.
Okay. Oh, I know the answer to this one.
Okay.
The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
Nope. Die in a fire. I mean, look, I know a lot of people, I know everyone else loves it, and I'll always be a Bethesda contrarian, but Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series do nothing for me, and I just don't care for its non-structuredness. For me, RPGs are all about the story, and I need more to a story than what Skyrim gave.
You know, I played like 50 hours of Skyrim, and I've never finished it. Like, never, ever. Like, not even close. Next one, Final Fantasy IV.
Okay, yeah. That was another huge one. I mean, that was kind of like the start of that Super Nintendo golden age of RPGs. Kane and Cecil and Rydia and the whole team. It was when they really started that compared to 1, 2, and 3, 4 was what really made Final Fantasy what we know it as.
Okay. Fallout 2.
See, I can accept that because it's like the CRPG, like that whole genre is getting a resurgence, and back then those were great.
So would you consider this timeless and needs to play, or should play?
No, I consider it a good game and worth playing, but even in its own genre, there's much better.
Okay. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes, emphatically so.
Okay.
So good that, I mean, outside of Shining Force 2, there's been nothing in its genre that can touch it. And it's not so much the gameplay as it is the story. Like, the gameplay is top-notch, but the story was Game of Thrones before there was Game of Thrones, done up in cutesy, goofy-looking sprites, and it was the darkest shit. There was so much murder and intrigue and betrayal and regicide and deicide and all kinds of shenanigans going on in that game that you never really knew was such a big deal until you realize how few games handle that kind of subject matter.
Yeah. And, honestly, the War of the Lions re-release was in that period of great Square re-releases that came out in the mid-2000s, where they poured so much love and attention into these games like Chrono Trigger, like the Final Fantasies, that, it's kind of sad that they haven't taken that up again. Earthbound.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do you agree? Timeless needs to play?
I do. I think so. It's just been so what's the word I'm looking for, where everyone wants to try and copy it. Formative.
Yeah. Okay. Ultima 7.
I can see why it's on there, but for me specifically, don't care.
I've never played any of the Ultimas, so I don't know. This one doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
Yeah. I mean, then again, that's our age range. Like, we were not playing those kind of games when the Ultima series was at its zenith.
That's true. Lunar, Silver Star Story, complete.
Yes. Lunar, Silver Star, and Eternal Blue were phenomenal RPGs. Also, fun fact, helped pioneer the Collector's Edition. Those games launched with so much cool stuff. They were amazing. Absolutely loved them. They were so much fun games.
Okay. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yep. And for reasons that I don't think anyone should ever really wonder about.
Which Pokemon would you say is the one that you would have to play?
Red.
Okay.
I mean, even down to the fact that the character's name is Red. And he's not Blue.
Okay.
Blue's Gary.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, you have to have that. I personally don't think it's as good as everyone else, but it's like Ocarina of Time. It came at a time, it ushered in a genre into the entire 3D realm, and it was so huge for so many people. It got I can appreciate the fact that even though I don't care for it as much as others, it got more people into the RPG genre than anyone else and paved the way for so many other games that probably would have never been greenlit.
That's true. Everyone keeps trying to chase that high. Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars.
Yep, 100%.
Okay. I played a little bit of that and I really liked it.
The fact that Geno has never popped up in anything else is a crime.
It's so bizarre. Does Nintendo not own Geno?
They do.
They do. They just don't care.
Yep.
Okay. Phantasy Star the Fourth.
Yes, love Phantasy Star 4. Also, one of the first games to pull a Ned Stark on you.
Yeah. World of Warcraft.
Yep.
I don't know that.
I don't know if I count MMORPGs in the same category, but it's definitely like it's that powerful of a game that it changed the landscape forever.
I would take issue with the fact that it's not timeless. It's not like you can't play it as it was originally. You have to play it as it's new.
Oh, but you can now.
Well, you mean with the classic service, but for a long time you couldn't.
I know.
But it's kind of a misnomer, I think. Knights of the Old Republic, the first.
I can see that. Again, not one that I super love personally, but I know why it's such a big deal.
I think it absolutely is like it's the most important Star Wars game that exists.
It is, and it also is really important for revamping the D&D rule set that determine games like that, like Baldur's Gate, into the 3D space and making it like the whole BioWare branching story arc and player choice and whatever. Like none of that had really been done before. It was huge.
Yeah. Diablo 1.
Yeah, I would pick Diablo 2 as being a better choice, just where it's tweaks to the systems. But yeah,
I prefer Diablo 1 to 2. Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, same reasons. Just it so many things grew because of what it brought to the table.
Okay. Mass Effect 2.
Yep.
I agree. I think Mass Effect 2 is the best of the Mass Effects.
What else you got, dude?
The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Nope. The fact that we don't need 2 Elder Scrolls games on there. If I had to choose one, Skyrim is done more for the genre.
Yeah, I didn't love Morrowind. Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Amn.
Yep. BioWare at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how like BioWare and Square Enix are so integral to the history of the RPG.
True. The Secrets of Mana.
Yep. God damn it. Pioneering co-op gameplay in an RPG.
The Disgaea Triple Play Collection.
I mean, that seems like a cheating thing.
Yeah.
Pick a Disgaea. But even so, the first one, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the list.
Okay. Here, 1 second. Keep talking about whatever. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, bye. All right, so it's just me and you guys. We're going to do something that I've always wanted to do. As you may guess, longtime listeners of the show, Matt and I love Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, the gacha game for mobile phones. I downloaded an emulator. I have the Japanese version of the game, and I figure you guys can watch me do one multi-summon on the banner for Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. It's on a different computer, so you just have to wait with me for a second. Oh, there we go. How's it going? All right, so I've got 50 stones. We'll do one pull, and we'll see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. This is not my main account. My main account is a global account, but I did this one just for laughs, and the fact that Japan gave us 300 stones if you signed up. It's kind of hard to turn down. Come on, Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 3! Ooh, it's a guaranteed SSR. How about that? Oh, it's just this Bardock. It's not useful. Oh, 2 of them. That's even better. We'll just bundle them together, I guess. This Goku, he shows up a lot in summons. I don't quite have a use for him, but there he is. Oh, Kid Trunks. Oh my goodness. No, thank you. The
Rage. Snap, you got Rage Trunks.
Rage Super Trunks. Yes, I decided to do a multi-pull on my Japanese account while you were gone. I pulled 2 Bardocks.
The SR Bardocks?
No, the crap Bardocks.
Okay.
This was a Super Saiyan 3 one.
I heard that.
Yeah.
All right. So what else you got?
We got Android 19.
Oh, we got a Raccoon.
Gohan, Kid Gohan.
Man, it doesn't. You know what I found is every time I get a Goku Super Saiyan 3, it's only a single SSR, and it's never one from the banner. It's always so disappointing.
Oh yeah, Jirobe.
Boo.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Wow. Come on, do another one, Chris.
I don't have enough stones for that.
Boo. Okay, man, that's garbage.
I wanted to show off that Trunks again, but I guess it downloaded an update while we're talking.
That's weird. Anyway,
I can't read it. I don't know what the update actually says.
But yeah.
So yeah, that was a fun little diversion to kill some time.
Chris, I'm going to end the show.
Yeah.
By talking about the December PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold stuff.
It is, and listen, you Wong, I would not have pulled on it normally, but we had to fill some time. So.
Well, also it's a really good banner.
Yeah, but
like it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it sucks so bad for you. But the banner itself is. I mean, it's a bait. I don't know if I can call it a bait banner. You pulled on the Bardock one, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Bardock?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. If you get him, he's like up there. He's like top 10 cards now.
Do I have him? No, I don't think so.
Because he starts a new category, the Super Saiyan 3 category.
Yes. I did get, and I don't know if we're gonna get this, but in Japan, there was the old Kai with a guitar. I mean, with a boombox.
Yeah, the Supreme Kai.
Yeah, I got 5 of him in each of the color sets.
Huh.
But I'm not sure what the purpose is. I can't read it, and I haven't gone on DB Space to see the translation. So I don't know.
Okay, well, you ready for you want Xbox or PlayStation first, buddy?
Let's do PlayStation because PlayStation. Bound to be something.
PlayStation 4 is getting Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition.
Okay.
A game called Forma 8. No, that's a Vita game that's crossplay. But I don't know what Forma 8 is. You're getting that's Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Ugh.
And you ready for this, Chris?
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda Showdown of the Legendary Legends.
Why?
If you want a real reason why, I could probably tell you why they chose that. But it doesn't make it any less like lame for us.
All right, what is
the reason?
Yeah.
Because it's December, the time when a lot of young kids and families will be getting a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, and having a free family-friendly co-op 4-player game is probably a really smart way to hook people into the PlayStation Plus and get them to buy more controllers.
Aha.
Because the Kung Fu Panda, that's the Kung Fu Panda game that plays like Smash Bros, but with Kung Fu Panda characters.
That's correct.
So that's most likely why. You have Darksiders 2 for the older people, and then Kung Fu Panda for families and young kids.
Makes sense.
And then PS3 is getting X-Blaze Lost Memories, the Blaze Blue visual novel game, and the Siberia Collection, that point-and-click adventure game. Vita getting 2 games I've never heard of before, Forma 8 and Wanted Core. So I don't know what to tell you about those. I don't know anything.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Xbox is getting Xbox 360 is getting Child of Eden and a game called Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of Death. So, Xbox One is getting Back to the Future, the game 30th Anniversary Edition, and Warhammer End Times Vermintide.
Now, if I remember correctly, the Back to the Future is the Telltale one?
Correct.
And the Warhammer Vermintide is a first-person action game, I believe.
Set in the Warhammer universe. Correct.
Okay, well, I think Warhammer is the most interesting one of the bunch, but man, these things are not great.
It's not great. I think the best.
Okay, bye. Matt's gone again. Yeah, I don't know. I think Vermintide could be kind of cool. It might be the first one I picked up in a long time. Yeah. Is Matt gonna come back? Yes or no? I don't know. Just gonna sit here and wait for Matt. There he is.
I don't know. For some reason, my computer it'll say like Hangouts has been suspended because the computer fell asleep, and I have no idea. My computer didn't fall asleep. Yours didn't.
Nope.
So who knows? But basically, I was just saying that that's all I got. So I don't know about you, but I think we call it a day.
I agree.
As always, I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we are the NOLAnerds. And actually, look forward to a live show this month. I will be in town with Chris, and we will be back to do a live stream show, not on Skype or Google Hangouts. We will actually be in the same room.
At least for a little bit.
Streaming via the PlayStation camera onto the YouTubes. It'll be good times.
Can't wait.
Peace.
All right. Y'all have a good night. See y'all next week.